Hi, everybody, and welcome back to Team Dinner. My name is Jack Maloney, and my guest today is Brian Daly. Brian, thank you for being here.
Thanks for having me.
And we are eating Hot Box from Union Square in Somerville. Bar pizza for the man himself.
Yeah, man, this is like, I've never had this style of hospitality before. Walking into seeing 3 fresh bar pizzas, cannot beat it. And not from the South Shore, but still excellent. I got to just shout out Hot Box right out the gate. They upped their game for sure. Look at that crust. Nice laced crust. You'll love to see it.
Yep. So we got a pepperoni, a cheese, and a spicy pickle. That's it.
Love to see it.
All right, Brian. So first question, we've been starting everyone off recently, which is we are shockingly getting to the end of this year. A couple more months left. What's your best 2025 meal thus far?
All right, this is a wild pick, but it just stuck out to me. I went to a Red Sox game, and then I stopped by Donahue's Bar and Grill in Watertown right after. I was starving. I didn't eat anything at Fenway, which is rare for me, and I was just hungry. Probably had like an empty stomach and 6 beers kind of thing. I went and got Donahue's steak tip Caesar wrap. Unbelievable. Everybody always hypes up the North Shore with the steak tips. Donahue's in Watertown, unmatched. That is one of my favorite steak tips around. And the Caesar wrap, it just hit different. Stayed together nice. Wasn't getting like pulled out and ripped around. Unbelievable.
Huh. Steak tips in a Caesar wrap. Are there croutons in the wrap?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, crunchy.
Yeah, you get the crunch. You get a little bit of everything. You get the Caesar salad, and then the steak tips there are just beyond good.
Wow. Okay. We did a whole thing once about, people were looking for the best Caesar salad or Caesar wrap in Boston.
Oh.
And I don't think anyone ever even came close to mentioning a tip Caesar wrap. So fantastic.
You got to hit it up. I mean, that's like that. Their food in general is really good.
Yeah.
And I'm a little partial because I am a Watertown guy, and I go there and I sit down in their establishment on Sunday for about 7 hours straight and gamble on football. But their food is excellent. It's actually some of the best around. And the guy, JD, the owner, he's the man. The hospitality there is unmatched.
Cool. Great answer. Perfect way to start off. I'm going to jump back now, if we can.
Do it up.
And I'd love to talk, I think it's always interesting when we have people here who have, you have, like, I think a couple different niches you play in on social media, right? I think you are a man of many talents and many interests, at least from what I can tell. And I'd love to just kind of start with you. Like, how did we get to you sitting here and having this conversation? I know you grew up in Watertown. I'd love to kind of start with your backstory and maybe some stuff that, your followers and my followers and everyone else that they don't know about you, maybe.
Sure, yeah. So I grew up in Watertown, Mass, born and raised. And I didn't know what the hell I was going to do. Wasn't the greatest with the academics. Missed a few math classes over the 4 years, if you know what I mean. And once college came around, I went to a community college, and I'm like, all right, like, let's see what we can do here. Mm-hmm. Ended up going to an art school and studying film production, thinking I'm going to be the next Scorsese or something, like they were telling everybody in my class, but that didn't happen. But what did happen was I got a job. Meanwhile, I'm working in the lumber yard, by the way, in Watertown, Sterrett Lumber. Shout out Sterrett Lumber. It's gone now. Actually, it's pretty much gone. So I was working in a lumber yard, and I ended up getting a job offer at this company, borrowlenses.com. So I was in the shipping department, and I realized after like a week or two that you could, as an employee, take out camera gear, lenses, and just like, it's a way for us to like learn how to use the equipment, so like we could like talk about it to like potential customers. But to me, I'm like, I'm gonna learn how to do this and like bring in my film degree and start shooting weddings every weekend and making a few extra bucks, which I started doing, and it was awesome. Me and my buddy Mike started like doing weddings, and then we would just like take the cameras out and like, we don't know what we're doing with these things. You get like a red Epic and like a $20,000 lens, and we're just like filming like nonsense around like my apartment. So I started getting more like acquainted with the nice gear, and I'm also big into skateboarding. Always been into skateboarding. So once I started getting like a little more comfy with the camera stuff, I started filming like high quality like skate stuff. Nothing super impressive because me and my friends are all pretty much below average at skateboarding. But the quality was crazy. Got the attention of this kid that I went to high school with. who like I didn't even know that well, but he was featured on Tosh Point oh, and he worked at Red Bull. He's just kind of like this enigma of Watertown, like a local legend, if you will. Ended up bumping into him. We connected one way or another, and I ended up getting a job offer at Red Bull. Leave the shipping department at Bar Lenses. Yeah. Now I'm moving to LA, working at Red Bull, and I started doing production, doing skateboarding, filming. So cool. I went from packing up boxes to like filming the best pro skaters in the world. And I did that for about 5 years. Red Bull was the best place to work at. And that really just jump-started my whole career. Eventually moved back to Boston, did a similar role at Puma, right at Assembly Square. That's where their headquarters is. And then more recently, at a law firm. So I'm doing marketing for Jeffrey Glassman Injury Lawyers. If you're hurt, you got to get Glassman. And it's been great. It's been a wild journey from screwing around in high school to landing where I'm at now. I've had some really rich experiences, all because of, a smile and a hello goes a long way. I like being a friendly guy, and I think that gets you places. So
yeah, so that's an interesting, as like finding an outlet creatively via like some cool companies, basically, right? Is that a fair way to put it? Like
absolutely.
Companies that are, because a lot of companies don't engage in that kind of stuff, right? Like Red Bull is probably the poster child for a business having a cool creative arm, right? But it sounds like Puma is also maybe trying to do stuff like that. And then you mentioned before we started that Jeffrey Glassman he seems like he's open to any version of something weird and fun, as long as it's
he's down to go outside the box. For instance, when I first started there, I didn't know what to expect. I kind of just was like looking for a job, and like somebody referred me to this, and I'm like, I don't know what this is gonna be like. Like I see his billboards. You drive down Route 1, you can't miss them. So I've seen this guy's face for like years at this point. I didn't know what to expect. I thought it was gonna be more of like, I didn't know how like involved it was gonna be, but like I'm actually pretty tight with Jeff. He's a good dude. He's a regular guy. He's the kind of guy that you would least expect to be like the billboard face, like injury lawyer dude. The coolest dude ever, and he's down to take risks. And I think Red Bull being like the first one, they're obviously insane with like everything they do. They are not afraid to take risks. They'll do anything. Any idea is a good idea, and if it's a crazy idea, it's even better. Puma was like a timid version of that, where it's like quality first. But they're down to do wacky stuff in a way, but it was more like quality, like almost like modeling, like a Nike. Like they're going for like more of a Nike, where Red Bull's just at Nike on bath salts. Then you get Glassman in there. He's got these commercials. Before I started, they were borderline cookie cutter commercials. Your average injury lawyer. And now that I've been in the mix, it's been cool. Like just last week, when he got he gets boxes delivered from like random companies, like just people, partners, maybe, who knows. Somebody sent him a box from a lobster place on the Cape. I'm not gonna say what the name of the company was because we had to blur it out in the video. But it got to his place, hits me up at 4:45 on a Friday. He goes, "Hey, can you come by?" He was in downtown, right by the office. "Hey, can you come by? I got a wacky idea." I'm like, "Absolutely." So I go over there, and he had 2 lobsters that he doesn't even know who delivered them. Live lobsters, and he took them. And he went and released them into the ocean, which I guess they say like they have a very slim chance of surviving. But as a lawyer, his rebuttal is like, hey, they have a better chance of surviving in the ocean than they do than falling into a pot of boiling water.
That's true.
And I'm like, all right, if they get a few extra minutes to live. So yeah, it's wild, but I think my kind of out there perspective with marketing and media definitely has been helping stuff at Glassman, and I know he appreciates it too.
Yeah, I mean, I have other questions, but to send live lobsters to someone who's not expecting them is an insane thing to do.
I couldn't agree more.
That is a crazy thing. What if he was away for the week? Well, you know what I mean? Like, these people obviously.
There's a million things like that. What if he was away? What if it's somebody who doesn't know him? What if he's vegan? What if he's offended by it?
What if he's allergic?
What if he's allergic to it so bad that like just the box being there sets him up in hives? There's a million things. So him throwing it in, there were some haters out there for sure because the video got a lot of views. But I'm looking at this, I'm like, the guy is definitely like walks to the beat of his own path, or whatever the expression is, and I more justice to him. The guy is not afraid to put himself out there.
That is a very interesting backstory. I appreciate you sharing it with me, and I think I'd like to maybe jump to some questions now, and then I'll probably try and cherry pick some of that information and weave it in if we're good with that. All right, but what I want to start with is the big one, which is we're here, we're eating bar pizza. You're a bar pizza guy through and through. Can we start with maybe the Mount Rushmore, your Mount Rushmore of bar pizza places in Massachusetts?
Yes, definitely.
What are the top 4?
Great question. Top 4. Yeah. All right. So when I'm thinking, as soon as you said Mount Rushmore, I'm like, how many heads are on that thing? Also, I'm like, the million. I'm like, what state is that in? Where is that? All right. So it's 4. The top 4. The 4 gods of bar pizza. Okay. I got to throw Cape Cod Cafe in Brockton on there for sure. That one's just, it never misses. They got the ones available in the freezer at the grocery store. Also good if you grill them. 2, got to go Poopsies in Pembroke. It's the coolest old school spot. Cash only. Bring cash. They have a sketchy ATM in there.
All good places. Okay.
So yeah, fucking 3 would be, I feel like I got to say Linwood Cafe in Randolph. That's another solid one. Then the 4th, there's like a few that are like battling for this final spot for me, but I'm gonna go with the Model Cafe in Alston.
Ooh.
Alston, not even South Shore.
Yeah.
I like that one. It's close.
Yeah.
The guy Tim who makes them at the Model, he's an ace, and they've gotten really good at him. And they actually will like go up against a lot of the big dogs. The Model is not known for their food. If anyone's ever been to the Model Cafe, it is not known for their food, but they do make bar pizzas there now, and they're fucking awesome.
That's great. I gotta go. When you mentioned that place before, I was like, I don't.
Yeah, that one had a separate text to it.
exactly.
Like, and the Model.
Yeah, exactly. All right, perfect list. So then my question would be, follow up for that would be, how did you get into, like, how did the love develop? What is it about? Maybe put differently, if you had to sort of distill down, like, what it is you love about this pizza, like, what is it? What is it you love about bar pizza?
So I grew up in Watertown, but I also did summers in Kingston, Mass on the South Shore. So I grew up going down the South Shore all the time. So I've had bar pizzas. I've been exposed to them. I just never really looked, when I was a kid, I didn't look at these as like a different style. Like, you got Detroit style, deep dish.
Yeah.
You could like look at a Detroit pizza and be like, that's Detroit. With these, I guess I maybe just didn't realize that this was a different style of pizza. The way it's cooked, it's a pan pizza. It's with a certain cheese. There's a whole... There's just like ways to like perfect it, and there's a whole subculture. But what really got me into it, I was bored during COVID, and me and my buddy Pat linked up, and we were like, what are we gonna do other than drink all day? Like we're trying to figure out like goals to spend our time during COVID because there's nothing to do, no sports, nothing. So we just, for one reason or another, just started doing these bar pizza videos. And Pat's got this camera similar to these ones that you see here in the studio.
Yeah.
He had this like news camera. So we're going to these bar pizza places.
Yeah.
First one we did, I believe, was Poopsies. And Pat's walking in with this fucking camera on his shoulder like this, and they're like, what is going on? Are we getting canceled? Like, it looked ridiculous because a lot of the people that do videos, it's iPhone, but this guy's got a big ass camera. So me and Pat did that. Everybody was like, what is this? And it just gained so much like kind of like immediate attention when we were filming. So then Pat took it further. He goes, there's a Facebook group called South Shore Bar Pizza Social Group. It's insanely toxic. You'd love it. I'm like, all right, let's see this thing. It's got like 50,000, maybe more people in there. And it's just bar pizzas, it's everyone just sharing a bar pizza. There's all these like little like inside jokes and stuff. So we started posting them in there. And the first one we did, we posted it, didn't think much of it. Looked back, there was like 600 comments. Everyone's like, fuck this guy. Like, like obviously, like everyone's a keyboard warrior. And I love it. Like I love when people support me, but I love haters even more. Like I love the hate comments. I don't get them that much, but when I do get them, it's funny. And that South Shore Bar Pizza page was like the fuel to like me and Pat going out every other day and filming. So we ended up doing a bunch of these. We put them on YouTube, shot 16:9, not even for social. And they got a ton of views. On my YouTube, they got way more views than anything else I've ever posted. And it was just so much fun. And it also like led to like some of these bar pizza places like hitting me up directly. One of the owners of a place even got my phone number somehow and texted me. So we ended up just like going and eating bar pizzas, filming these videos. And it was just a way for us to keep busy with some semi-creative goal or hobby attached to it. So
I love it. I love it. I love them too. Your places are great. I went out and I interviewed the Jonathan and Jeremy Jamoulis from Cape Cod Cafe.
Very cool.
They're awesome guys. Really, really nice, kind of down to earth, cool, family run business. So I was happy to hear that because I'm as a non-expert thought they were great guys. And so I'm happy to hear that they are also in your.
Cape Cod, man, that's an easy So it's like they are the most consistent, and they're the OG. I think they might be the first.
They
one.
claim the original, yeah.
A few people claim to be the original.
So that's why I'm not.
There's so many people that claim.
Yeah.
There's someone in there's a place in East Boston. They claim to invented the bagel pizza. And it's like, what is this? Like, can you just claim anything? World's greatest coffee. Can you just put that on your window? You know, I think Cape Cod did, because this is so niche. So who would actually lie about that? They'd get called out so fast. I think Cape Cod was the original, and they're awesome. They're cool. They're a good business, and I like that they sell them in the grocery stores too. Yeah. They've upped it.
I agree. And those grocery store ones they make right next to the Brockton location.
Yeah.
They bought the building next to it, and so it's all happening right there. It's really cool.
Yeah, that is cool. They had the warehouse or whatever. Yeah. They had the laboratory.
Yeah, the way they say is that the same ingredients that go on a pizza if you were to buy it in the restaurant could go onto the frozen pizzas, because it's just one guy's out there, shredding the cheese, and then they're making the sauce and all that stuff. So
you know what they do in for Linwood Cafe, another good one. So Linwood's a unique one. Their crust is different. It has a lip to it. It's really good. If you know Linwood, you know what I'm talking about. They sell half cooked pizzas. So you buy it and they put it in the oven for enough to kind of form it.
Yeah.
And they sell it to you for you to bring home and then finish it off at 350 in the oven.
Yeah.
And it is the move for
That's
sure.
cool.
It's actually better than going, if I'm driving all the way to Randolph or Watertown to get one of those things, I'll get the half cooked one.
Yeah.
Bring it home, put it in the oven, and it's fresh. It tastes exactly like it should.
Yeah, that's interesting. I like that. All right, so then here's a question, which is, so I've asked this to a couple people, Andy Ferg, most notably I would say Andy Ferg and Mike Petrino, who both were not very kind to the bar pizza. So that is a ranking of some Massachusetts specialties. So I'm going to put 4 items in there, and I'm going to ask you to rank them 1 through 4.
Yes.
Bar pizza, a North Shore 3-way, a steak tip, and clam chowder.
All right, clam chowder last.
Clam chowder at 4.
Not that it sucks. It's just out of those 3, that one's going to be last. Part of me wants to just throw shade at Ferg and put, you know what, just switch it. 4th, North Shore 3-way.
Yep.
And 4th. And I think that's actually fair, because a clam chowder hits different. Beefs are good, but beef 4th, clam chowder 3 at the right places. 2 steak tips, 1 bar pizza.
Yeah, all right. I like it. This is what we call representation. We're getting representation.
Mike P. What did you eat today, sir? Shit on the bar. Come on, buddy. Are you kidding me? I brought you to Linwood's.
He put it last.
That's brutal. Yeah, I don't blame him. I mean, those are tough. Steak tips are part of me thinks steak tips should be number 1 across the board. That's a tough one. Those are I'd say steak tips and bar pizzas were very close, but I had to be a little cocky and take bar pizzas 1.
Of course. Perfect. All right, let's keep it moving, which is, this is a question we've been asking everyone now, which is, it is your last night on Earth. You're gone tomorrow. You're here. You're at home. You have to have one final meal. What are you eating?
Like a death row meal?
Yeah.
All right. I think, I'm trying to think of the most, I got it. So, this place has been, I couldn't even tell you how long this place has been there. All I know is my grandfather or great uncle or maybe both washed dishes there back in the day, way back in the day. So Charlie's Kitchen, Harvard Square.
Yeah.
The burger, the double cheeseburger king, dude. The bacon double cheeseburger with fries in a Narragansett can. No question about it. Nostalgic, delicious. Every time it's good, every time it's consistent. That place has been there for 100 years for a reason. In that if I was about to croak, I'd be going to Charlie's first.
That's a great answer. I grew up not far from there. So the thing I like about this question is that it is not really about the food, right? It's about the memory. It's your last night on Earth. You want something that both tastes good but also brings back something that you remember fondly, right?
Totally, yeah, that's true. That's a tough one, but I 100%. There's no other answer other than Charlie's. It's like there's so many memories that come back, and that's probably why it got the win.
It's a great answer. All right, so now I'm gonna switch from food to beer for a second because we've been talking a little bit about beer before, and I know you are, you are someone who appreciates a good beer.
Oh yeah.
What is your favorite brewery in the state?
Okay, so I'm not gonna lie, I'm not the biggest brewery guy.
Sure.
And I'm not even ashamed of that, but I do like one brewery in particular, and it's gonna be Castle Island in Southie. They're awesome. Their beers, I don't want a triple IPA that looks like a Sunny D when it's poured into a glass. I'll do like an IPA, like a cloudy one, but I want other options.
Yeah.
Castle Island has some really good stuff. There's one they got there called the Keeper. It's excellent. And they also, conveniently enough, have Bardo's Bar Pizza in there. And that's not even the reason why I'm picking Castle Island. I actually really like that place, the whole setup. I think with the brewery, the setup goes a long way. The vibe, like the beer itself, like I feel like I couldn't tell you the difference between an IPA from any of those places. But the vibe in there is always good. And the employees aren't like pretentious assholes. Like that kind of goes a long way for me. Like the brewery people there are cool. And sometimes I've gone to places where I'm like, you walk into a brewery to order a beer, it's like, wow, you're not excited to see me?
Yeah.
I'm a paying customer.
Yeah, I agree. I'm also not a big beer guy. I like the lightest and coldest beer is kind of like what I like for the most part. I'm very far. Like people have mocked me endlessly for my entire adult life.
But IPA is like eating a meatloaf, dude. It sits in you. Like you drink an IPA, it just doesn't do it for me anymore. That fad's gone.
I agree. And just the taste leaves in my mouth. I hate it.
I like a Harpoon IPA though, like just a classic like Harpoon IPA draft. Like I like an IPA you can like see through.
Yeah.
I don't want one of those like orange juice looking ones. Like a Harpoon IPA, I'll get those on tap. Those are good. But a Castle Island across the board.
Yeah. Do you have a we already maybe it's Don, is it O'Donoghue's or Donahue's?
Donahue's Bar and Grill, yeah.
But do you have a just like a favorite bar, just like a place to hang out, a place to like if you're just gonna have one drink, popping out for one drink? Do you have a favorite bar?
I don't in mind, but do I blow it up on the pod right now? Of course I'm going to. Tommy Doyle's, Newton, Mass. 100%. That is the bar I walk into, and everyone knows your name, just like Cheers. I worked there briefly, but years ago. But yeah, the place is cool. It's a little Irish pub. The food is excellent, actually. And just across the board, that place is cool. You go in there, watch any game, and I just always feel, wanted when I'm there.
Yeah. There's not a lot of those places left.
Yeah, Tommy Doyle's is cool. That's a good spot.
As we are running out of casual, call them casual bars, call them dive bars, call them whatever you want.
Yeah, at the end of the day, it's like family style, family owned, like not like a big corporation bar, like a little hole in the wall.
Yeah, you're not walking into Barcelona wine bar.
Yeah, exactly.
Cool. All right, let's keep it moving. Next question is, yes, one of my favorites. Next question is, do you think there's a type of food that we do here that doesn't get the credit it deserves, that maybe flies under the radar, that is done really well in Massachusetts or Boston or wherever, that just people don't give the credit to?
There is one, and I'm not going to say bar pizza, but this is something that like I'm not even sure if it's just a Massachusetts thing, but I haven't really seen this on any menus outside of like New England. Everybody's all gassed up about the lobster rolls and stuff, right? Lobster pie. That is my most underrated choice, I'd say. Lobster pie. It's have you ever had one before?
No.
Oh yeah, so it's like pretty much like a lobster casserole. It comes in a little cask looking thing, and it's lobster meat, breadcrumbs, butter, and it's broiled on top, and it's absolutely excellent. First one I ever had was at Brown's up in Seabrook, up by Hampton. Lobster pie, unbelievable. Like I choose that. It's a nice hot like heartwarming
Yeah.
New England meal.
Is there any veggies in there, or just lobster and the castor and like the breading and the butter?
There's probably like a few specks of green.
Yeah, but that's not the point of it, right?
Yeah, no veggies. It's not like it's not like a shepherd's pie where you got
Yeah,
like the
that's
peas.
where I went to. That's kind of where my brain.
It's just like a lobster. It's pretty much a lobster roll melted.
Yeah, I mean that's good.
Yeah, it's
like
good.
it's like a crispier outer baked lobster roll, right?
Yeah, it's excellent. If you ever see one of those at a lobster pie at a restaurant, man, it's unbelievable.
All right,
That's a good looking
I'm gonna do it. Yeah,
good looking slice here.
we can pause for a reload. Okay, this is you are really coming with some good answers, and I appreciate that.
Oh, good.
And then next question would be similarly, a question I like to ask is like, is there a city or town anywhere that you found that has better food than it gets credit for? I think that there are a lot of, we on the shows we talk a ton about Boston, we talk a ton about Cambridge and Somerville, and there's a lot of restaurants there, like so it makes sense, right? But I think there are a lot of really great cities and towns all over the state that have good food that people don't really talk about. So that said, is there a city or town in Massachusetts that you think has way better food than it gets credit for?
Plymouth, Mass, no hesitation.
Yeah.
Plymouth, Mass. Everybody overlooks Plymouth, I feel. Everybody knows what Plymouth is. Everybody who's from New England knows about Plymouth, but nobody knows the food scene there. It's like hits way harder. It's just as good as the stuff on the Cape, but you cut off an hour from your drive.
Yep.
Plymouth rocks, man. They no pun intended. Plymouth rocks. Plymouth rock. Yeah. Salt, Pillory Pub, East Bay Grill. You got Black Raspberry Pub for the bar pizzas. You got Galway Pub. There, pretty much every step you go down the road, there's going to be a new restaurant popping up. But there's old school ones, the Lobster Trap, Cabbie Shack. Plymouth, Mass is maybe the best town in Mass for food, maybe the world.
Wow.
Maybe not the world.
Yeah. No, but I appreciate that because I try to go to the Cape, a few times in the summer. I drive through Plymouth, obviously, every single time. I don't have a lot of experience in Plymouth.
Just cut the drive in half, Pop.
I know.
East Bay Grill, give me a ring. I'll beat you down there.
I know, man. It's if anything to beat the traffic, I guess that's not a bad idea. That's a good list. Okay.
Has anyone ever said Plymouth on that one?
Steve Clark, who is the head of the Massachusetts Restaurants Association, said Plymouth.
Are you serious?
Yeah,
What a
he said
guy.
Plymouth. Yeah.
So I know what I'm talking about.
He did say, he said Plymouth. Sorry, he said Plymouth, and then there was another question where he said Worcester that I'm blanking on now, but that was definitely, it was Plymouth. Yeah, so you're in good company.
That's good. I'm happy to hear that.
Yeah. Okay. Next question is cheap eats, as we like to call it. So like, you're on a budget, money's tight. What is the best budget meal by your estimation in Massachusetts?
Yeah, definitely. This one's good. So I work in the financial district, and it's not easy to get a cheap meal over there. I'm sure you would believe that. So my coworker, my boy Dylan, he started doing this thing where he was trying to get lunch for under $7.
I saw that. It's great.
You seen this?
Yeah,
kid?
yeah.
Oh my God, big dog Dylan.
Yeah.
That's my guy. Yes, he brought me to a place that is like, the prices are from like 1991.
Yeah.
Gallery, everybody knows about this place, I feel, but Galleria Umberto. Galleria Umberto.
Yeah.
That place is awesome, and it's so cool because you walk in there and they just sell food until they run out, and then they close the door. So they could close at noon or they could close at 8 p.m.
Yeah.
That place is awesome. You go in there with $6 and you're leaving nice and full, and the food's good. It's like the pizza's different. It's the square pizza, but it's not Sicilian. It's almost like hockey rink pizza. Unbelievable. I love that place. And the walk from the financial is nice, especially the summer. Like, it's pretty cool. Yeah, Galleria Umberto for sure.
Yeah, man. That's I've seen that first one where he went for, it was like under $7, right? And he went to all those different places. So I was like, this is great. This is compelling content. I love this.
You seen this dude's footage? You have the beard?
Yeah,
bro.
yeah.
Please include this in the pod. This is unbelievable. He's gonna love it.
He's kind of a little guy, right?
Yeah, he's a little guy. I love Dylan. He's the man. Yeah, he started doing those, and like he went to Chinatown with me, and he was like, I'm gonna start doing TikToks.
Yeah.
And then he like posted it and didn't really think much of it. Looked back and it had like 100,000 views. And now the kid gets noticed. We're walking at Al's Cafe the other day, and they're like, "Oh, I seen you on TikTok." I'm like, buddy, you're an influencer.
He's famous now. That's great. All right, and then final question is the perfect day of eating in Massachusetts. So traffic doesn't exist. You can go anywhere in the state, but you got to pick your perfect breakfast, your perfect lunch, your perfect dinner. Where are you going?
Okay. So I'm gonna start with waking up East Watertown where I live, and I'm going to Sofra, and I'm gonna get the sausage pita breakfast wrap. It's like flattened. It's nothing I've ever had.
Yeah.
Doesn't even taste like breakfast, but I love it. It's on the breakfast menu, and I'm not a big eggs guy.
Yeah.
And this is unbelievable. It's so savory. It's so good. I love it. And with that, I'm gonna get a iced coffee black, nothing in it. Then for lunch, really anywhere that I could get a slice while walking. Just that's like my favorite thing. Like something about getting a slice of pizza with like good company on the paper plate, walking down the street. A walking slice of pizza, you get the best conversations out of that.
Yeah.
And in Boston, we're in luck because everywhere has pretty damn good pizza.
Yeah.
And dinner, gonna run it back to Plymouth Mass for a second here. Gonna transport over there, or just take the Amtrak. It's about $8 from Boston.
That's right.
East Bay Grill, baked stuffed lobster for dinner.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's great. What are you, a dessert guy?
Oh, I'm a big dessert guy.
What are you getting dessert?
Oh, that's gonna be tough. All right, so at that place, I'm gonna probably get a tiramisu.
Okay.
Yeah, I like a tiramisu.
All right.
And an espresso martini or two.
Of course.
If an espresso martini counts with the dessert, I'll probably take that. But tiramisu.
And that's a separate category.
Yeah, that's a
yeah.
drink dessert.
Yeah, exactly. Awesome. I love that. Cool. All right. Well then, Brian, I think in you've passed the lightning round, so we appreciate the answers, and I'd say in closing here, what as we've talked about where you've come from, and I think your job now, which you're jazzed on, and kind of all the social media stuff and everything. Like what are you excited about? Is there anything we can expect from you? This year, next year, years? Like what's kind of what's getting you excited, and is there anything you're looking forward to coming up that we want to talk about here?
Yeah. I'd say the coolest thing we got coming up. I do these skateboarding events. I host them with a microphone. We're commentating it. It's almost like UFC meets the X Games, and we get a bunch of sponsors involved, and it's a tournament style game of skate. And if you don't know, skate is almost like horse and basketball. So you hit a shot, your guy doesn't land it, he has H. With skate, it's like you do a kick flip, your opponent misses, he has S.
Yeah.
You do a 360 flip, he misses, K. So we do these tournaments, 16 people, and we did 4 of them last year. The winner got a giant check for $1,000.
Cool.
And it really just brought like the skate community together. I feel like a lot of people aren't doing like events with skateboarding in Boston. I grew up skating here. I wasn't really in the scene as deep as some of the other people that are like core in the scene. But I'm like, I got the means to make something happen here with like an honest event, and nobody else is doing it, so I want to do it. So we got one coming up on November 17th, I believe. It's either November 11th or 17th. We're between 2 dates. But mid-November, we have one coming up at New Dia, right by Fenway Park, directly across the street from Fenway Park. It's a dispensary. And we're setting it up in there, and the winner's going to get $2,000, giant check, and a ton of other giveaways, too. It's at a dispensary, so you can only imagine what kind of giveaways we're talking about.
Yeah. That's awesome. That's cool. And you try to do 4 of those a year?
We did 4 last year, and that was a little bit overkill, and that was before I had the job at Glassman.
Yeah,
so now my time's a little more limited. So this one, we're going to go all in.
Cool.
We got like entrances, people walking out, like making his way to the ring, like wrestling.
Yeah.
It's pretty fun. You should come.
I would love to.
You should come by. It'll be cool. We'll get you a spot in the media booth.
Yeah, that'd be awesome. I get a kick out of that. Cool. Well, Brian, listen, you passed with flying colors. Thank you so much for coming in. Thank you for taking the time to talk to us and educating me on bar pizza. Please come back anytime, and it's been great chatting.
Thank you. Appreciate it. Thanks for having me.